Welcome back. This is Charles Rudibaugh here, and this is another video in my series, College is a Scam. I'm not a fan of college. Actually, I'm not even so much against it. I'm just against being lied to. And I felt like that nobody told me when I went to college that 95% of people that graduate college and go get a job retire dead or dead broke. Nobody told me when I went to college that it was just going to, on average, earn me an extra $350,000 in my lifetime. My friends are making $350,000 a month. Why would I go spend 4 or 5 years of my life and $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 just to make $350,000? To me, it didn't make. No one told me the truth. No one told me the truth growing up. It was just assumed that I should go to college because that's the best thing. But the reality is, to me, and what I've learned later in business, definitely, it's not the best plan. It doesn't make sense. It's not a good business plan. It's not a good plan for your future. Education, yes. But formal education? Well, let's talk about it. I got some notes right here. The bottom line is this. I see so many people go to college without a plan. They're like, well, I'm just going to go to school, and that's great. You go, you're going to live this experience, move away to school. You're going to have lots of experiences that are going to be completely life transformational, and it's going to be worth it. It'll be worth it. But will it be worth it at the end when you've got $100,000 worth of student loans or $30,000 worth of students? The average person is $35,000. It's crazy the amount of money people are spending for an education that they don't even know what they want to do with, that they don't even know whether they even want, that they have no plan for when they get out of college. They're just thinking about, they got their blinders on, and it's like, just get to graduation, just graduate. No one thinks, so many kids aren't thinking about what about after that. They're thinking about that in that job that they want to get because it's going to pay them $70,000 a year, but they haven't thought about how they're going to have to be in commute for an hour to work every morning in traffic, that they're going to have to go live in some city that they don't want to live in, that they're going to be dependent on a paycheck from some boss that doesn't even care about their future. They're just trying to make their own money. And hey, maybe they get their dream job. Maybe you'll go to college, you'll get your dream job with unlimited income potential, you live where you want, you got good hours, good benefits, but here's the problem. You're still going to be trapped because then you buy the house, you buy the cars, basically you're going to end up working just to pay your bills and just to pay the bills of all the stuff that you have to end up working for, and that's called the rat race. And so we all know it. We all know people that have been in it, but you're going to be trapped. You're going to be dependent, right? You're dependent on your boss. You're dependent on your boss giving you that paycheck. And you feel like, oh, I'm independent. I got my job. But you're not. You don't own that business. You don't own that job. That job could go away like that. So even if you're in a reliable industry with a good boss and you do a good job, what if you can't work for 6 months? There's just not a lot of security. You're out. That's just the way it works. So you're going to be dependent. The reality is you're limited. Unless you have an income scale that can be unlimited income potential, the bottom line is your income dictates what food you put in your mouth, what food you put in your kid's mouth, what neighborhood you live in, the car you drive, what kind of safety features your car has. Right? And so there's all these, pretty much your paycheck dictates your entire life, and unless you have a job or a business, a career where you can travel where you want, work where you want, work when you want, with who you want, whenever you want, and make as much money as you want, you're limited. And limitation leads to fear. And you get into fear mindset, and then it's over. It's all downhill from there. So you're limited. And the reality is not only that, but what if you do get a great job? You got your dream job. I know a couple of my friends from the rowing team. They've got good jobs. They're happy. They're saving up money. They got out of debt, own their house, and things are moving along for them. And they're doing the corporate America thing, the 40-year plan, and they're on their way and they're doing good. But to me, even with a good job, with good benefits and good hours and all that, that's even kind of a negative as well, in the sense that it traps you. You're thinking, oh, I got this great job, but the reality is they're using you, right? I mean, you make them more money than you make. They're making a profit off of you. They're leveraging you. And unless you're the CEO, unless you're in some position where you make money on what other people are doing, which typically isn't in corporate America, you don't have any leverage. They're leveraging you. So unless it was your dream job, you're doing this job, and you're kind of settling. And the problem is, so many people I see, they trade the great for the good. The worst part about success is a little bit. And you get that job, and it's giving you good benefits, and it's giving you good hours, and it's keeping you from your real miracle. It's keeping you from your real calling. It's keeping you from real freedom and real financial freedom because you're focused every day on building your boss's dreams. And so I hate it when I see people caught up in these so-called good jobs, even though they're doing fine. I can tell. Bottom line is 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, who knows what could happen? Who knows what will happen in the economy? Who knows what will happen with taxes? Who knows what will happen with your expenses? Who knows with the consumer price index and, things international. Everything's an international game now. So China and, with all these things going on in interest rates and the stock market, with all these things interrelated and oil and all these things, who knows what's going to happen? Do you really think you're going to have that job for the next 20, 30, 40 years? And if you do, on one hand, great, you've got job reliability. On the other hand, you're going to have to work for the next 30, 40 years. Instead of doing something that can make you a lot of money, create you passive residual income, and you can retire quick. You can retire in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and not be slaving away for the next 40 for someone else. So that's a major thing that I see. So many people, they don't even have a plan. They're just going to college and they're like, oh, we'll see what happens after that. But let me ask you this. How many people has that ever really worked out for? I mean, you can plan to get lucky, but if you don't have a plan for your life, you don't have a plan, you don't have a goal, you don't know where you're just kind of floating along, you're going to end up wherever the wind blows you. And we got a pretty good wind here in America blowing. The best wind blowing in America of economy and opportunity ever in history of the world. But the reality is that you don't get to the top of the mountain by drifting. You have to climb, and you have to have a purpose, and you have to have a plan. And I've just never seen anybody without a plan, without a purpose, without a goal, end up anywhere great, unless they got lucky. But you can't count on luck. And so many people, because of the business I'm in, I'm showing them an incredible opportunity all the time, showing people all the time, and that could be their day to get lucky. But because they're so programmed by corporate America, by public education system, just programmed, the wires they're snapped, they're cut off, and so they're not identifying opportunity. They're not in the mode of looking for opportunities, of looking for more streams of income, for identifying business opportunities, for looking for tax advantages, creating streams of income. They're not thinking about that. They're just thinking about go to my job and get my job, get my 2 weeks pay. And so that's why I got out of college as quick as I could, because I didn't want to be programmed like that. I want to be looking for opportunities. I want to be identifying opportunities. I want to be capitalizing. We live in a capitalistic society. This is a capitalistic economy. But that means it revolves around capital. And if you have a job, you're not playing the capitalism game. You're working for someone else who's playing the capitalism game, and you got to take your part. You got to take your share. You got to play capitalism. You got to get into the game. You got to be an entrepreneur, own a business, play the game. And so that's why I hate so many people that get caught up in that. I got a good job, or I'm going to college, I'm doing good, I get a good job. But the bottom line is, eventually, everyone gets to a point, even whether it's by the time they're 35 or they're 45 or whenever it is, they start having a couple kids to feed, right? Braces to pay for, right? Piano lessons, and they end up, most people, nearly everyone, oh, that's not going to happen to me. Well, if you're doing what everyone else is doing, it's going to happen to you. You're eventually going to get to the point where you need to make more income. You just don't make enough money. Or you make plenty of money, but you don't have the fulfillment. You don't feel like you're really making a difference. Or you got the money and you are making a difference, but you don't have enough time. Very, 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 very few careers and jobs I've ever seen. And I show this business to thousands of people every year. Thousands of people I show this to. I've only met maybe a few. Maybe a few. And a lot of them got lucky. They got it at the right time, their business, they met someone where they make good money, they're making a difference, and they have all the time freedom they want. They reached retirement, they did their thing. But this is 2015. This isn't 1960, 1970, and working for a big corporation and saving up and retiring. None of that's working for anyone anymore. And so why not have tax advantages? Why not have a home-based business? Why not do something different than everyone else? If you don't want the result, what everyone else is getting, you got to do something different. And so I just look at what everyone's doing, and to me, whenever everyone, they're crazy. I look around like everyone is crazy, going to school and getting jobs and working for 40 years, and they can't save up, they're not saving, they're not, right? They don't have a good retirement plan, they have no plan, right? 99% of people I meet, I'm not going to go fly across the country and lecture on their financial plan, what an incredibly powerful financial plan they have to get wealthy and financially free. Most people don't even have a plan. Their best plan is a job. And so that's the mindset that college puts you in. That's the mindset that your high school teachers are going to put you in. And that's because that's the mindset they're in, and they don't know any other way. So stick around, hang out with people like me, hang out with business owners, work with players. We'll teach you a whole nother way, get you thinking big, get you thinking opportunity, get you taking advantage of opportunities. And the bottom line is that you can try to make a living 100 times. And if you succeed 100 times, all you make is a living. But you could try to get rich 100 times, and if you fail 99 times, you're a millionaire. You're rich. You're a multimillionaire. You're a decamillionaire. You're a billionaire. All it takes is getting rich once, and you made it. And that's why I love network marketing, because it can't go wrong. It's not luck. It's not, hoping people join my team. Maybe this works only for certain people, and for some people it doesn't work. No. It works for everybody that follows the system. It works for everyone that gets involved and looks at it and says, what's been working for all the people that this has been working for? Right? As soon as you get out of victim mentality of like, I hope this works for me, as soon as you accept the fact that this can work for anyone who follows a program, that if I just do what the people who have done it, what they've done to have success, if I just do what they're doing and do what they've done, then I can be successful. And then it turns into a learning game, an education game, learning the skills, learning the business. You'll get the same results, guaranteed results on my team and my business, guaranteed results for anyone if they just follow the program, listen to what we're doing, we show them how we do it, they follow the people that have already been doing it, and the bottom line is they get the same results. That's why I love network marketing. It's guaranteed wealth over time if you follow the program. Your job? Guaranteed retiring broke or never retiring at all. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.